Flock here. Been a lot of talk about the trial. I just want to set the record straight though. Make my first official statement about it. I want to give thanks to everybody who supported me and kept me in their prayers.
Soon come home, man.
K Flock was found not guilty in the killing of Oscar Hernandez, and that decision led his attorneys to share an expected release timeline. While he beat the murder charge, he was still convicted on 5 other counts, including weapons possession and a RICO-related charge. In December, a judge sentenced him to 25 years in prison for those convictions. His legal team says they plan to appeal, arguing the punishment is too harsh for the role they claim he actually played in the alleged conspiracy. Court documents also revealed prosecutors warned jurors they needed to consider whether the defendant genuinely believed he was about to face physical force, taking into account his personal background and mindset. The defense has suggested that growing up around constant street violence shaped how quickly he reacted when he thought Hernandez was reaching for something. Even so, reducing the sentence on the remaining charges may be difficult. In a recent jail phone update, he reportedly told supporters he's staying hopeful while his lawyers continue fighting the case.
Talk to them, Flock. Talk to them, my guy. Soon come home, man. You got these little boys walking around with no jewels, Flock. They need you. They need you, Flock.
Lil TJ also spoke out, saying K Flock should be freed because he feels the situation isn't fair, and unexpectedly, Bobby Shmurda weighed in as well, sharing his own opinion on the case.
What's it like for you watching the K Flock thing happen? That's crazy. Next big artist coming out of New York.
I love Flock, so I like that. That's my guy.
Okay.
But I'm wishing him the best right now, you know what I'm saying? And, for the alleged charges they pushing on him, you know what I'm saying? I'm wishing his family the best, I'm wishing the whole team the best, and everything, you know what I'm saying? And I hope he beat the alleged charges. Because he got a lot of future brightness. He got, I hope, you know what I'm saying?
That would be a sad story if that's the end of it.
We ain't gonna think like that.
Right. You gotta stay positive.
The wildest part of K Flock's case is that he was originally jailed only for the shooting involving Oscar Hernandez. But while he was already behind bars, federal authorities added more charges. According to reports, those extra counts came after someone from his own circle cooperated with investigators. It was revealed that prosecutors claim Flock once used a firearm in 2020 against someone who had allegedly used one on his friend. That same friend later testified against him in court. The witness, known on the street as Doug G, not to be confused with Dougie B, had been arrested on unrelated charges and reportedly accepted a plea deal. During testimony, he said he had been attacked by someone and that Flock stepped in afterward and retaliated with a gun, grazing a person during the confrontation. In court, prosecutors questioned him about a hospital call he received after the incident. He said Flock phoned him and assured him, "We got you, bro," which prosecutors argued showed intent to retaliate. He also testified that Flock was armed and communicating with rivals who were circling their neighborhood, suggesting tensions around him were constantly high whenever he was out in the streets of New York. Even one of Flock's close friends later commented on how intense that environment had become.
Okay, but so I saw some fans who were off at both me and academics after K Flock got locked up just because I guess in our tone when we talked about it, it might have seemed like we were being a little too presumptuous. But is that weird for you? Because I'm sure you see people all the way from rappers to whoever acting like your boy is just done and that he's cooked in the situation.
Wow, especially people that don't even be knowing. Y'all don't even know what's going on.
The main reason the Oscar Hernandez case is still widely discussed is because some believe K Flock received such a lengthy sentence partly due to the overall perception of the dropped murder charge. Critics argue that even though he was cleared in that case, the situation may have influenced how the court viewed him during sentencing on the remaining convictions. The incident involving Oscar Hernandez dates back to December 23, 2021. Surveillance footage showed Flock walking down a sidewalk with another person wearing a blue jacket, a face covering, and designer jeans. Earlier that day, he had reportedly been on Instagram Live exchanging words with rivals. As he passed a barbershop, Hernandez allegedly recognized him and rushed outside, confronting him and asking what he was looking at. According to reports presented in court, the two argued while Flock kept walking away, but Hernandez continued following and shouting. Video footage was said to show Hernandez reaching into his jacket pocket, which the defense argued made Flock believe he was about to pull a weapon. Prosecutors and defense attorneys disputed interpretations of that moment. What is known is that shots were fired shortly after. Hernandez attempted to return to the shop but collapsed outside. Witnesses called for help and paramedics arrived, but he died at the scene. Investigators initially did not know the identity of the masked individual in the footage and asked the public for assistance. After images were circulated, tips began coming in, and some viewers claimed the person resembled Flock based on clothing seen in other appearances. Authorities then issued a warrant for his arrest. Within about a day, accompanied by his attorney, he turned himself in to the New York City Police Department. His lawyer later stated that they voluntarily arranged the surrender as soon as they learned he was wanted, and that they intended to review all evidence before addressing the allegations in court. After E.